On the morning of the second day of our journey, studying the course AAA had charted for us, my mother said, "I don't know why they want us to go around all these cities. The road we're on goes straight through. Why burn all that extra gas?" Her question got answered that afternoon in Indiana, when we decided to ignore the AAA's advice to loop around Indianapolis. Immediately, we found ourselves locked in a sea of angry city commuters. And to my complete surprise, the right-hand lane was no longer the ideal because it would end abruptly, forcing us to exit. Or rather, another driver would have. I, however, had no intention of getting off for the simple reason that we didn't want to. Putting on my left-hand blinker, I simply held my course, in effect, creating my own lane until one of the drivers in the lane I was determined to merge with, fearing death or dismemberment, let me in. "What a good driver you're becoming," my mother said every time we didn't have a wreck. And I couldn't tell if she was trying to bolster my confidence or actually meant it. What we were worried about even more than accidents were the interstate on-ramps. The Gray Death, underpowered to begin with, and further slowed by the U-Haul, simply wasn't up to them. I'd get up to the best head of steam I could and keep the accelerator pressed to the floor. As I entered the ramp, there was nothing to do but watch the speedometer inch backward. 20, 18, 15, 11, until finally our forward momentum wouldn't even register at all on the car, which would begin to shudder violently. "Come on, Bess," my mother would whisper, patting the metal dashboard encouragingly, terrified that we would come to a complete halt and block the long line of cars behind us. "You can do it," she said. All the way to Arizona, our lives were ruled by ramps. We had to get on and off the interstate several times a day, but no matter how low we were on gas, or how hungry we were, or how badly my mother needed to pee, if the exit ramps, whether off or back on, looked too severe, we kept on driving until we found one with a gentler incline. At day's end, we avoided the busy exits where we would have a choice of places to stay and eat, opting instead for the more remote ones, where there would be a lone Holiday Inn that had an on-site restaurant, because once we were done for the day, there was no chance we'd be getting back in that car again before morning. We parked in the farthest, darkest reaches of the motel's parking lot, taking up 3 or 4 spaces, because our one absolute inviolable rule was to never, for any reason, put the Gray Death in reverse.